Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. I would like to welcome you here. Today, I want to talk about something that's been making waves in the spiritual and relationship space, and that's this concept of radical monogamy in the context of sacred union, or not sacred union, as the case may be. You may have heard of the Aubrey Marcus interview, and well, it's created quite a bit of controversy surrounding how certain spiritual teachers are framing monogamy, commitment, and sexuality. And there's been many responses, many different people offering their perspective. And today I just wanted to talk about this idea of, what another kind of definition might be of radical monogamy, and maybe one that resonates more with myself. So I'm just going to share what that means to me, especially in the context of divine union and spiritual partnership. So for a moment, I'm just going to take you on a little journey. And if you'd like to, just take a deep breath, close your eyes, come with me on this inner journey. And let's just go back to the beginning for a moment. Imagine going beyond this physical 3D reality, back to the source, before form, before creation. In many spiritual traditions, this source, whether you call it God, the divine, the universe, or oneness, split into two energies in order to experience itself. These are the masculine and feminine energies, not about gender or body, but about polarity. This split created duality, movement, creation, and life as we know it today, with the myriad of forms out there. But generally speaking, there's a masculine and a feminine component that come together to create and procreate on this planet. But in the process, we forgot our original unity, that original sense of non-separation, the sense of oneness, and we became separated from one another and from the divine in many ways. And that's the world as we see it today. So on the spiritual path, what is that sacred union? What is that yearning or that commitment to? It's really about reuniting these polarities within ourselves and within a relationship. It's not just romance, it's not just love. It's a true spiritual commitment between two people, two souls who choose to walk this path together, to support each other's evolution. And even although, each individuated aspect of the divine is also on their unique soul blueprint path as well. But sacred relationship is that agreement of coming together to say, I've got your back, you've got mine, let's grow together. And this doesn't mean it's always easy. In fact, it's often the opposite. It comes with many challenges that require a real commitment to the path itself, a real commitment to love, a real commitment to unity and to one another in that sense too. But when it's rooted in mutual respect, devotion, and integrity, it becomes this powerful sacred space or container for healing and transformation. So, what is radical monogamy? Now, this is where the term radical monogamy gets interesting and sometimes confusing. So to me, radical monogamy isn't about restriction, it's about depth. It's about choosing one sacred partner, not out of fear or control, but out of deep devotion and spiritual commitment. Because it's not always easy. Challenges come up, triggers come up, and sometimes there's hurt, sometimes, there's some real challenges. But in this kind of relationship, this commitment, this sacred marriage of sorts, is the masculine and feminine energies coming together to work together to heal the illusion of separation. They work through the ego, they hold each other accountable, and they reflect the divine back to one another. So the controversy that's been going around, ego versus integrity, and here's what's interesting. Some spiritual figures are using this term radical monogamy to describe a relationship where they are married to one person whilst also engaging romantically or sexually with others. And this raises the question, is that monogamy at all? It's how can you call how can you say monogamy is something else and then just label it radical monogamy, and create this whole new definition of what that actually is? So it feels like it's a term. Monogamy is being rebranded and redefined, I guess. And this isn't about judgment, but it is about discernment. Because in sacred union, integrity and respect are non-negotiable. It's all about integrity, staying integrity, devoting yourself to this sacred union and all that entails. And respect is needed when you traverse the rocky waters of ego and triggers and things. So spiritual ego is a thing. It is a thing. And sometimes the more spiritual someone seems, even the more their ego can sneak in through the back door. Just because someone's spiritual, it doesn't mean that they're enlightened and free of ego and free of tripping up themselves, because this can happen to all of us. So I guess what I believe, to me, sacred union is a partnership between two souls. It's not about the external structure as such, but it's about the internal commitment to truth, to growth, and to each other. And most importantly, it's about being honest with ourselves and with our partner. There's no spiritual bypassing, there's no hiding behind labels. There's just honest devotion and a shared intention to evolve in love and in spirit. But that requires, being held accountable, being okay to hear when your partner isn't in agreement with certain behaviors, or even finds those behaviors disrespectful, and even very outside of their own soul's truth. So that's all I have to say, really. At the end of the day, sacred union is a path of humility. It's not a path for the ego or for sexual desires to be indulged. It's about recognizing as well that we don't have all the answers, of course, and everyone's free to explore their own truth and their own path. But if it's not monogamy, don't make it up as something that it isn't. It's about honoring the divine in ourselves and in our partner, and walking this path not as perfect beings but as willing ones, again with commitment. So whether you choose monogamy, polyamory, or something else entirely, the most important thing is, are you in integrity? Are you in devotion to your soul? And are you humble? Are you in love? Are you devoted to love? Are you devoted, to the person that you've said that you want to walk this path with? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and if this message resonated with you, please like and subscribe, because that really helps me to grow this channel and sustain it and continue reaching more people, walking this path of love, growth, and awakening together. And if you're curious, my book, The Wise Method, is now available on Amazon. The link is below in the description below, as well as a link to my website with all my other offers and services that I share on this path. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, sending you much love and light. Namaste. Have a great day.